That's it for us tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Greg Gutfeld is next.
I know, sometimes I feel the same way. Oh my God. Yes! If there's one thing you can say for sure about this year, it's that it's almost over. And like a dad stuffing his station wagon for a family picnic that no one wants to go to, Donald Trump packed a lot into 2017. 2017 is how I look when I put on my leather crop top. Too much flesh, not enough fabric. But love him or hate him, no one has done so much in so little time and driven so many critics nuts. He drives more people crazy than synthetic pot. It's true. So recap. With tape, first there was foreign policy. A lot happened, and it was good.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
The people that we're going against, they don't wear uniforms. They're sneaky, dirty rats.
He wins a special unicorn for that. Now, on the domestic front, more of a mixed bag.
We are cracking down on the sanctuary cities that shield criminal aliens, finally. We are building a wall on the southern border.
The unemployment rate is at a almost 17-year low. The stock market is soaring to record levels.
We're not getting the job done.
And I'm not going to blame myself, I'll be honest. They are not getting the job done. We've had health care approved, and then you had a surprise vote by John McCain.
Oh, come on. And when things weren't going well, Trump does what we all do. He went home for a little love.
He's been all over television saying the best things, and I see him standing. And didn't you get here like at 4 in the morning? Say a couple of words to this. You were there at the start. You've been there every single day since, and I will never forget, believe me. I'm here this evening to cut through the fake news filter. Is there any place that's more fun, more exciting, and safer than a Trump rally?
All right, all right. And as a noted germaphobe, we must credit Trump. He still shook hands. A lot. Lots of handshaking. Did you see all the handshaking?
Right. Please look at the camera in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, everybody.
Some people came and some people went. Most people came and went.
Newly hired White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci is leaving the job he was given just 10 days ago.
President Trump needs help. It's the reason I left the White House.
We had a good talk yesterday. I resigned. He accepted it.
I just think it was in the best interest of our communications department, of our press organization, to not have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Good news is they're all living together in a bed and breakfast in Vermont. Yep, Donald Trump packed more into a year than most leaders do in 8. At times, it felt like you were at a rock festival where 3 bands are playing at once. And yet at the end of the night, only one band is standing, and it's Trump. He's the Jethro Tull of politicians. Still around, but doing the classics while we're high on synthetic pot. And like I always say, whenever he ticks you off, consider the alternative.
Now, having said all this, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Can't help themselves. Now that makes for a happy Thanksgiving.
Nice one.
Oh, I guess I shall introduce our guest. He's so tough he moisturizes with motor oil. Retired Special Forces Master Sergeant Terry Shepard. He's the only Baldwin on my Christmas card list. He's starring in the RT Network series The Gap. It's awesome. Great American Pilgrimage, that's the full name. Stephen Baldwin. She's funny, yet seldom sunny. National Review reporter Kat Timpf. And he puts a beach umbrella in his cocktails. Former bodyguard, massive sidekick, Tyrus. Terry, you saw everything. What's your take on it? What's your overall feeling when you look back?
A couple months before the election, I was on here. It was a great time. I actually called the election. We predicted it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Here's what I just want to say. I forgot a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I would say, right? I would
because
say
we were all drunk.
Because we were mostly drunk and passed out. But here's what I would say. I mean, whether you like Trump or not, whether you like Donald Trump or not, I want the never Trumper people to remember this. It is possible to roll your eyes when he says and tweets dumb things, which is quite frequent. It's also possible to cheer and be excited when he does stuff that we elected him to do. It's a fun game, Never Trumpers. Try it at home. You'll actually be a happier person. And I just think, as a military guy, the foreign policy stuff for me, I retired a year ago from Special Forces. Finally, we got a guy in the office who understands that talk is great, but you have to have the chainmail fist behind it.
Yeah.
Finally, our enemies, for good or bad, are afraid of us.
Yeah.
And that has to happen.
All right, Stephen. You were also pretty much ahead of the curve on this guy, and there are some ups and there's some downs. Yeah. Give me your sense of all this?
Well, I just want to start with Sean Spicer. Who? That's how fast everything's going.
Yeah.
And I said it with a guy named Don on that other 3-lettered network back in July.
Right.
And boy, did he do a 180.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I basically said, when on the street you started hearing people kind of go, I don't trust these other politicians. Maybe it's time for a guy like Trump. That was in July of last year, and I said, I just have a feeling there's a little under the groundswell happening on the street, connectivity, and I'm not.
But not in your family.
Well, let's just say it's a unique situation to be in.
Thanksgiving there must be awesome, by the way.
But only, because I look at the Never Trumpers and I look at the people who just keep, regurgitating,
nonstop,
untruth. I look at them as like those that drank the Kool-Aid or the punch, right? So, 2 of my brothers are kind of up in the administration of creating the punch, so to speak. But that's cool. There's nothing I can do about that because Mr. Trump's the president, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah. So, Kat, do you think politics is now forever changed because of him? I don't see how it can go back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Yeah.
And see.
I was honestly hoping after he was elected that things would get a little weirder, though. I thought they weren't weird.
What do you mean weirder? Like, they're pretty weird, aren't they?
I mean, I just feel like he does whatever he wants. I would have thought he had some stranger desires, but he just likes McDonald's and candy.
But let's not add any more to the dossier than necessary, please.
I mean, a little weirder, like repealing and placing Obamacare would have been a little wild.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
There's some things that didn't happen. I'm worried about the tax plan. I don't know what's going on there. I want simplification. This doesn't sound simple to me. Tyrus, what do you think? I think that you have a pretty keen. You see through the confirmation bias on both sides.
Yeah, I have goggles. I see right through it. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. It's a gift. It's a mutant power. I wanted to fly, but instead I can see. For me personally, he has financially been great for me. Like, everyone's watching to see what we're talking about. Like, he should get gift cards from Don Lemon and Cooper and Matt. Where would Madden be without him?
Yeah.
I mean, their ratings are up, like, for media.
Even people are watching Morning
is
Joe,
now the best
and that's
game.
unwatchable.
Yeah. It's the best game in town. The NFL's like, what do we got to do? We're going to have to run pictures of Trump's tweet at halftime or during the game. 1st and 20, Trump tweets this, and they'll get their ratings back. I mean, it's been, I think, and the one thing he does that a lot of people don't like it, but he points you out when you don't play the game like you're supposed to. And that brings politics in our homes. We now know when a vote goes down who didn't do it. So before, it was like, oh, this didn't get passed. And it was like, well, I guess, it's on the president. I was like, no, Corker didn't vote.
It's true. He singles him out.
And he did it. And then people are like, can I vote that guy out?
Yeah.
Yes. That's his ass then. So we now know it's transparent, as you always like to say, transparent. He has brought politics in your home. It's almost a board game for the whole family to play now. It's like we all know we're all little senators and guys now. We all can play the game. We all can run now because we see for what it is. I think it's great.
We're learning about so many things that we didn't learn about because of him, and it's true. It's now kind of fun. I mean, people didn't even know about the different branches of government. I didn't know there were branches.
Well, to Tyrus's point too, I mean, I think one good thing, I mean, whether you like him or not, he's certainly exposed a lot of stuff that I think was just always under the radar, i.e., if you're a conservative person, constitutional conservative, I don't care about your faith, but if you're a conservative, the disdain that the left has for you has been really, really amplified. You now see who hates you. And he's also kind of busted the career politicians on the right as well.
Yeah.
Who were very happy making money, kind of playing the game and doing all that kind of stuff. He's the dude's like a human hand grenade, and he's really shaking it up. I wish he wouldn't say some of the things he says, but man, I'm a big fan of damage.
All right. We're going to talk more. Still to come, is life a little sweeter because the president's a tweeter? That's next.